I know what you're thinking. So, it's finally here. The day has finally come. Fujimoto has gotten his wish. His masterpiece, Chainsaw Man Part 1, finally has a live-action movie. Brought to you by the production studio TMA, known for other anime adaptations such as Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and of course, Yuru Camp. The bad one, not the good one. So if you don't know what Chainsaw Man is, let's read this synopsis together. Oh, by the way, spoilers for part 1. In fact, if you're anime only, just leave. They're spoiling an entire character in this live action. You don't know who this person is. You shouldn't know who this person is. Get out of here before it's too late. Are they all gone? Alright, let's read the synopsis of Chainsaw Man. Costcraft is back almost 1.5 years later. Oh yeah, the last one was like Jujutsu Kaisen. Look at that, that shit popped off. So many JJK fans. This time we have a Chainsaw Man parody. It's not a parody, it's a direct live action adaptation. Featuring Masato Sauchi as Denji, Ozaki Erika as Makima, Nagisa Mitsuki as Power, and Marui Morika as Rizzy. In Cosplay Craft 13, Shinji lives a life of extreme poverty and was deceived and murdered while working. He changed his name to Shinji. If you don't know, Chimpo means penis. It's a pun! He was revived as Dildo Man by the devil of the dildo, Goroda. I don't know what Goroda means. I don't want to know what that means. They should have called her Chimpojita. Chimpojita and Shinji would have been an S-tier duo. Later, he was scouted by the Devil Hunter and Magic Affairs Department. Bakima! Bakima! Oh no. All 3 girls do an excellent job on their own. It's hard to pick a favorite. Good stuff all around. So yeah, this is the Blu-ray cover, in case you want to buy it. So one of the biggest changes is they changed it from Chainsaw Man to Dildo Man, because chainsaws are very violent, and violence is frowned upon in Japan. I am the dildo incarnate, Dildo Man! It's like the Chad from the Virgin vs. Chad meme. So the movie is 2 hours long, there are no subtitles, so I'm gonna have to translate it for you, even though I have no idea what they're saying. So right now they're adapting the scene where Denji's basically talking about his expenses. The camera work is not that good. It's pretty basic. But, oh my god. Goroda is fucking thick, boy. And Denji's got some sweet kicks. Pure white. That's a bit inaccurate. Denji would not have completely white shoes. They would be scuffed and dirty because he works hard for his money. So already, the live action is taking a lot of liberties in the costuming. Alright, so here we have the first divergence from the anime. Denji knows the Rasengan, and now we have a flashback to Denji's sad life, where his dad killed himself in the bathroom. Shinji was found, and he had to inherit his dad's debt. Sad, very sad. What the fuck? Goroda threatens Denji with a good time. So far, it's been very faithful to the anime. That's just like in episode 1. Perfectly adapted. Don't know if I like the dildo on his head. I would prefer it be a chainsaw, but I understand that chainsaws are not safe and they're very dangerous. So I guess they replaced it with something more, you know, child-friendly. Oh! Denji's already been betrayed. Whoa! Too soon. Way too soon. We missed out on all the world building and the bonding between Goroda and Shinji. We just go straight to the action. Is that Katana Man? Whoa, who are these two? This is definitely an original live action moment. We got some 2 original characters, masked girls. So here's the scene where Goroda is offering a contract with Denji. Or Shinji, my mistake, I'm sorry. You're right, Shinji. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, so that's different. Instead of turning him into a heart, Goroda just makes out with Shinji. And now Goroda is inside Shinji. How did such a thick boy fit inside a small boy like this? I don't know. Originally in the manga, Shinji was fighting against the zombie devil. But in this case, he's fighting against the 2 blow-up devils. You'll find out why they're called blow-up devils later on. But anyway, here's our first transformation, and we can't show it because it's not friendly. It's pretty accurate so far. So there's a 5-minute fight scene where Shinji basically just does the same move for 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. This is where they were saving budget. But he was so strong, he turned the girls back into blow-up dolls, and that's why they're called the blow-up devils. Or maybe they're blow-up hybrids because they're human. Now we have Makima showing up. This is pretty faithful for the anime so far. Oh no. So nice of Makima to hug Shinji like that, just like in the anime. So now Makima is explaining what demons are, and what she does, and what Denji's gonna do from now on. So you might be wondering, where's Aki in all this? Aki's dead. Aki didn't make it. Himeno also died, which is why they skipped their entire arc in this live action. People in Japan don't like Himeno, which is very sad because I think Himeno's the greatest. So anyway, Denji decided to change, and now Makima is doing the scene from chapter 2 that was not adapted in the anime. Okay, so what is your name? Bakima. Ah. Do you have a type, Bakima? So, do you see the symbolism that's happening right now? These are horns in the background. This is something that isn't in the manga, which is one of the biggest flaws in Fujimoto's writing. He never makes the foreshadowing obvious. It's very subtle in the manga, and I hate it because I have to think. This is very obvious. She's clearly horny. So Denji wants to have sex and is expecting sex from this horny girl called Bakima. But he's not going to be with Bakima. He's going to have a buddy. Here I say, fuck buddy. And her name is... Her name is Mada. Not Power, Mada. What the hell does Mada mean? So now, Mada and Shinji are off on an adventure to hunt some devils.
You playing that good Minecraft. I like your Kaji.
Oh, shit! Well, that's pretty accurate to the anime. Looks like Mada found her first victim. Mada is here. So it looks like they've been reusing the same actors to play multiple roles because this is the same guy that betrayed Denji. Shinji didn't notice him because he's stupid. Or maybe it's a different person. It's one of the flaws of live action adaptations is that they reuse actors, you know? You know, anime never has that problem of reusing assets. But live action always has that problem. There's only so many people in the world. Ah, this is a new change. So they decide to take the violence devil. He doesn't appear this early. He appears way later in the anime. And so now there's going to be another fight scene between Mada and the violence fiend. In that time, Mada uses reveals her powers. She's not the blood devil like in the anime. She's the cum devil or the semen devil. Basically, her power is to jerk you off just so you can, you know, until you ejaculate. But because she's the semen devil, she's able to prevent you from ejaculating. Therefore, you are going to get blue-balled for the entire time as she, you know, does her thing with her hands. This is a very powerful move as it makes the victim very, very weak because they're blue-balled. They want to release, but they are not able to. Thereby, their balls swell and then explode. And that's what happened. So Mada and Shinji are being scolded. And now Mada is blaming Shinji because Mada is a pathological liar.
You have Uno, you fucking dick!
I don't have it, you
Uno!
Then Shinji is complaining about the lack of sex in his life. Meanwhile, Power's talking about her favorite Laker player, who is no longer alive. And now Mada is offering her chest for Shinji. The live action opts to skip the entire battle between the Bat Devil, where Shinji has to do a favor for Power in order to get her to touch her chest. In this adaptation, Mada is just letting herself get touched by Denji. So let's skip through that. And of course they adapt the scene where her boobs are fake. Despite having fake boobs, her chest still is the same size. And of course, they adapt the scene where Shinji fondles Mada's chest. And this lasts about a long time. Along the way, there's another fight scene between Shinji and Power. It's a very long fight scene, actually. This one has a lot of budget put into it, so there's a lot of positions and animation that happens. So, yeah, the Sakuga's pretty crazy. But after that, we get to the next scene. Here's the spoiler if you're anime only. Shinji is now in a cafe. So Shinji's thinking about Bakima. Hopefully he gets to have sex with her. So far he has had no sex with anybody. He's just been fighting and wrestling. So now we have our new girl. What's her name? We'll see. What the heck? So this is our first glimpse of Reze, voice acted. So if whatever you were expecting how she sounds like, this is what she's gonna sound like in the anime when season 2 comes out, like 5 years from now. That's a terrible wig. Although in the manga and anime there's a lot of like build-up between these two, they do meet. This seems like she just wants to have sex with him for no reason. So now Shinji and Reze, wait, did they say her name yet? I don't know what her name is. Shinji and Reze are now on a school date. They snuck into a school at night because, you know, Shinji never went to school. And now she's being his teacher. Ni! 1 + 1 = 2. But 1 + 1 can also equal sex. You know why? Because it needs 2 people to have sex. This woman just appeared out of nowhere and now wants to, you know, do the naughty things with Shinji. Now she's doing very naughty things with Shinji. Is there a catch? Is there something that's gonna happen? So as they share their first kiss, Shinji is being dominated. Now there's a fight scene happening. Shinji's fighting very hard, but he's losing to her. Losing really badly to her. She's just too strong for him. Way too strong. You might say that she's very explosive. So this is very interesting. Midway through the fight, they start adapting Himeno's arc, where Shinji refuses to have sex with Himeno because, you know, because Shinji is only in love with Makima. Instead of Himeno, it's Reze. So in the middle of the fight scene, Shinji loses his like drive and decides that he only likes Makima, or Bakima in this case. Reze tries to comfort him, but eventually it was revealed that Reze, who is the bomb devil in the manga, is the Onaho devil in the live action. She's now using her powers to assault Denji. He's losing. He's severely losing. He's actually losing. He's gonna lose. But luckily, Shinji is able to transform before he lost. And now, as Dela Man, they're fighting once again. Fighting, so much fighting. Shinji is dominating. Well, actually, he's losing. He's losing really badly. He is completely losing. He is failing. But eventually, Shinji turns it around, and now he's winning. He is severely winning. Winning. So much winning has happened. Eventually, he beats Reze after like an hour-long fight scene. These fight scenes are very long. You might be wondering, with all these girls, where's Kobeni? Kobeni's also dead. So Reze, after, needs to go. She has failed her mission to destroy Denji. Shinji decides that he'll wait for her if she ever decides to come back. Unfortunately, she never came. But good thing Bakima's here. Oh no, unfortunately, it is revealed that Reze has died. Oh dear. Unfortunately, Bakima took Reze and killed her and recorded it and then showed it to Shinji. Shinji has become weakened emotionally. Now he's vulnerable to whatever Bakima can do to him. And now Bakima makes her move. So once again, they're adapting Himeno's part, where Shinji realizes that he has no heart because he doesn't feel anything for Himeno's death, his first friend's death. But instead of using Himeno, they used Reze, because nobody in Japan likes Himeno, which is the real tragedy. Oh wait, they're actually in the hotel arc now. These two are actually trapped by the Eternity Devil, and the only way they can escape is if they make a real connection. But Bakima, being a character unable to make connections because of who she is, has to use physical intimacy in order to make a connection. But luckily, we're skipping all the character development that Denji had, so Shinji is just susceptible to all the bullshit that's happening. So now, there's now another fight scene where Bakima attacks Shinji. Shinji cannot do anything about it. He is weak. He is submissive. And he is getting his ass eaten out? What the fuck? Shinji is still weak. But it's not good enough because Bakima doesn't like Shinji. Bakima wants Chainsaw Dildo Man. Chainsaw Man tries to attack Bakima. But Bakima is unfazed. Oh, they just cut randomly to Mada, who happens to also feel whatever Shinji is doing to Bakima. Maybe because they have a connection. A very demonic connection. Okay. Mada is aroused. But unfortunately, whatever Shinji has done has no effect on Bakima because Bakima is way too strong. She gets back the upper hand and is able to, you know, slowly defeat Benji. And yeah, of course, the movie ends with Bakima making Shinji his dog. And yeah, he doesn't beat her. He basically becomes her dog. It's a very downer ending. I mean, all of Shinji's friends are dead with the exception of Mada. So anyway, that was the live action Chainsaw Man. They made a lot of changes. More or less, they just cut out a lot of stuff. But to be fair, and you can't really fit 97 chapters in 2 hours without sacrificing a lot of things. My only critique is that the fight scenes were a little too long. Each fight was about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. I wasn't a big fan of the long fight scenes because ultimately a lot of the moves and choreography was kind of the same. There wasn't much variety either. But you know what? As like the first live action adaptation for Chainsaw Man, it could be much worse. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you've seen this movie, let me know what you think. Or if you're currently reading the manga for Chainsaw Man, what do you think about the manga? Did you like the fact that there's a fake Chainsaw Man? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, anyway, I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye!
100円ください。